Hello, good morning. How's it going? Hey Joel.
Hello, Haydar, how are you?
Welcome to the Jim's Cleaning HQ.
Thanks for having us here, and we're looking forward to taking a tour of this facility. I had no idea. We've come out here before, but how big it is. So let's just run through and show people about all the support and all what you've built up here as the HQ for your group.
Awesome. Well, all right. Well, thanks for coming for a start.
No worries.
Well, this section here, my wife works in here. She looks after our the sales where we don't have a franchisor, or where we have orphan franchisees with no franchisor to manage them. So she tries to look after them remotely from here, and she does a pretty good job. So she's in there. Over here we've got my accountant who comes in one day a week for us and checks the paperwork that the bookkeeping department process, and he just signs off on it.
Yep.
So he's pretty important to our business. Here is our cafe. We spend a lot of time in here because we've got a cappuccino machine around the corner there.
You make a good latte. I've had one. They're really good.
Yeah, thank you. So every morning starts off, we come in,
Yep.
First thing is we have a cappuccino, go outside, have a bit of a chat with who's coming, what's happened the night before. It's a really good space, casual.
And you have like lunches here as well. I know when you have new franchisees and stuff, you welcome with lunches and all that sort of stuff. You put a big spread on.
This is probably the most used room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is our open space. We do a lot of training in here, so we've got these tables and chairs that we set out. Usually about every 3 or 4 weeks we get some franchisees in. We might train on how to upsell or how to deal with complaints. So that kind of stuff. It's just a training facility. Our little chemical display.
I'm sure people know you have your own products, which is we've talked about a few times before, but they're all being developed and they're all sitting on the wall there.
And we've actually just developed an oven cleaning product, which is all natural, which can't damage surfaces.
Okay.
Which is really exciting. So that's happening. Got a few machines there that, like Makita actually left us this one to trial. So we've been trialling it. As franchisees come in to visit us, we give that out for a couple of days for them. They take it down the road and put it through its
Put it through the paces and see how it goes. Yeah.
So, and then come back and let us know. And then sometimes we go back to them and ask for improvements and changes, which is pretty exciting.
And you've got a full pack, obviously, when guys start, they get a pack with all this sort of stuff in it, right?
Certainly. We give them a uniform pack, so they get their tops and pants and jackets all packaged up for them. We give them the equipment pack, with mops, buckets, vacuum cleaners, the chemicals. Yeah, just keep it simple. That's a really good part of our business. And all the uniforms and all that are kept up there. That's Zeus over there who helps us manage that department. Thanks for your help, Zeus. Zeus's expertise is sourcing uniforms and fibres, and very well travelled. And all the stuff that's in there is actually tested and the best out there, best available. Yeah,
can you tell me a bit more about that? Because I remember we were here last time, you told me specifically about the material or something with the sun. So,
well, the material's got UV protection weaved into it. So a lot of garments these days, the UV protection, or if it's got UV protection, they put it in the chemical and take it out.
Yep.
And then that kind of washes off after a few washes. But ours is actually weaved into it, which tends to last much longer. So that's a good thing. And in our industry, one of the biggest problems we have is some of our franchisees use bleach. And I don't know if you've used bleach. As you're bleaching, sometimes it splashes on you and it discolours your uniforms and it looks pathetic. So our fibres or the material doesn't get damaged from bleach, which is good. So it makes us always look professional and sharp. So that's a good thing.
And these are specific for Jim's Cleaning. They're your own uniforms you've developed, right? They're not from a third-party supplier,
no,
they're from you, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
We've sat down, developed, sourced, and Zeus over there went to China and
Which is quite interesting and unique because you've developed your own uniforms and you've also developed your own cleaning products. And obviously you have constant testing of packs and all that sort of stuff. So from day one when they come on board, it's all Jim's cleaning, like obviously created specifically to suit them based on feedback from you, I guess, of franchisees out in the field, which is great.
I'm very proud of that actually. It's good. It's kind of like diversification, but the main benefit is to satisfy the franchisee.
Yeah, it's really cool because obviously you could just say this is it from a standard third-party supplier, but you've just gone the extra level.
Even one step further, Joel. The polo, for instance, the average sale price of a polo from our competitors is about $35. We can now these days sell them for about $20.
Right.
So we, in fact,
nearly half price. Yeah,
we're sort of helping to reduce the costs. So it's not about making huge profits as long as it pays for Zeus's time and bit of space, you know, we're not trying to make millions of dollars from there.
There's no waiting on uniforms, which is sometimes can be a frustration.
That's true too. Yeah, we've got this website now. You can go straight on the website, order what you want, usually within 24 hours, delivered to your door.
You've also got socks as well that we put online and seem to get a fair bit of traction.
Yes, so unfortunately I didn't have them on today.
Yeah. So for people watching, there's you can head to, what's the website for them to head to?
thecleanerschoice.com.au.
So thecleanerschoice.com.au, and there's obviously, you can look through there and there's some socks on there. So I recommend you have a look at the socks.
The socks are there, our cleaning products are there, uniforms are there.
That's a great unique thing that you've created for the franchisees, which I think would be different to most.
I don't think there's any other division who has.
No, I'm just trying to think of it as a franchise, let's say alternative franchise system in Australia that I've heard of. Definitely not at all. So it's a quite unique thing that you've done.
This is our little kitchen. This is our games room.
All right, now who's the champion at ping pong? Right? So we have a ping pong at Jim's HQ and everyone plays a lot of table tennis, so who's the best for you?
Well, I am, hands down, I am the champ. I'm happy to put my title up. In fact, we've got an office title. We've got an office cup somewhere over here. The Jim's Cleaning Cup.
Do you play for that every week or is it like a monthly thing?
Usually Fridays.
Fridays, okay.
Yeah. All right. And at the moment, the champ is me. All right.
I think Bill was saying maybe get a starter in to test you. Is some performance enhancing stuff?
No, sometimes we need to test him. He's really good one day and the next day he's not so good. So we've got a dartboard over there, so if you get sick of that, we'll have a bit of darts.
And got some more uniforms obviously over there and stuff like that. Yeah, some pants and some shorts and...
Yeah, they're last year's range.
Everything ready to go.
Yep. We all seem to have like a signature dish that every once in a while you get a turn and you cook what you're good at. And I'm really good at tortellini. And it's a shame we're not having tortellini today, but it's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great big space, you know, and this is obviously where you have regular meetings, obviously you were saying before all the time, where you do lots of training. And
we have a lot of barbecues, a lot of franchisees drop in every now and then. Hello. This is our contracts department, which is Jim's National Contracts, which predominantly looks after aged care type contracts where one customer has multiple sites. That's managed from here. The staff are actually at a big meeting that we have with a large supplier. So they'll be in a couple of hours. And when they come in, we'll have a bit of a chat.
Yep. So maybe introduce us who we've got over there working at the moment.
This is Mustafa. He's my son. He's pretty much, wouldn't say in charge, but he's one of the top players in here. And we're really proud of him. Because actually, before Mustafa, we had a few issues with profit. And when Mustafa came in, actually the profit actually changed. He was able to pinpoint where some issues were that we couldn't see, and we're pretty happy about that.
How's Mustafa?
How old?
25, only 25.
Yeah.
He's already coming in fixing things up.
Yeah, very proud of that.
Trying to be helpful.
And he's a good soccer player from having a chat before as well.
Not bad until the ACL.
He's done the ACL, yeah.
Excuse me, guys.
Sorry. Phone takes importance.
Yeah, that's it.
But answer the phone.
But in regards to your setups here, so let's maybe, this is a contract, so obviously you run your social media, your branding stuff as well out of here.
We do. Mia sits here. Mia's just coming in. Now this Facebook counter is actually live, connected to Facebook itself.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you get a like on your page, that clicks over. Have you seen one of those?
No, I haven't. I did see it when we came here last time, but I didn't see it connected.
Yeah, it's live through Bluetooth, I think.
Okay, that's cool.
isn't it?
What's your goal? What do you want to get up to?
I want
You want-
50,000.
You want to get a new one, you get 100,000.
True.
Next one.
Well, yeah.
50,000, okay,
50,000 is the goal. And this young lady over here is Mia.
cool. Okay.
Hey, hi.
So what's
you met
Mia's
Joel?
role for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Mia's role for
Mia
you?
looks after our social media, and she's also our brand manager. So if there's a franchisee with the wrong signage, Mia's on the phone dealing with that, or the wrong business cards, or the wrong colours, wrong fonts. Yeah, that's her job there.
This is important because obviously franchising is about uniformity and having that
Yeah.
same brand image online and obviously out on the road as well. So
Well, 820 franchisees out there. It's pretty hard to manage, so it's a pretty big job for her. But we just hope that other franchisees can help us, inform us if there's any issues, which they do, which is great.
So what would you say your management style is like? And Haydar? Are you a micromanager or are you somebody who just sort of wanders around and say, how you going, or what is it?
I am a bit of a micromanager,
Okay.
but no one knows that. I manage from my desk, online. I do micromanage.
And if you have your moments, you have your moments of micromanagement.
Yeah,
Not a
not
lot.
no.
No, not a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes you have like 5 minutes of, or from one eye.
Yeah.
But not a lot.
All right.
You're very relaxed. You just ask people, so are you meeting your goals? And kind of, yeah.
So I'm very trusting. Yeah, you're right. So I'd spend a lot of my time walking from department to department, trying to spend as much time with them as much as possible, sit down, see what their strengths are or what their challenges are, and try and work through those and try and make them better.
Now, Mia just said something about goals. So do you do goal setting every week, or what do you do, or do you determine the goals, or how do you go about that?
We've probably lost control of our goal setting.
I think you make everyone more self-sufficient. So everyone kind of sets their own goals and he just kind of tries to keep you accountable to that.
Yeah.
And just asks you how you're going. And
Like, did we have a like goal?
yes.
I'm sure we did.
We did. That has changed now because we have created separate Facebook pages. So
Okay.
we tried to get to a certain goal on this one page. So that's only the likes of one of our pages.
That's the gym's cleaning, that's the main one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, now we've split them all off. So there is technically no main page. That's just our cleaning page, and we have 5 because of window pressure together. So that goal is now changed
right,
because we're not just focusing all of our energy onto that one page. So we did have a goal, and now it's had to shift a little bit to fit in with those new pages.
So we're going to need 5 of those
Yeah.
that feed into one.
Yeah.
All right.
You could almost have like a screen with all the different accounts up
Yeah.
there, and you can have the different individual,
Yeah, you could.
like Instagram and stuff, Twitter or whatever.
That'd be good.
You have the screen on a screen, so it's in real time.
That's inspiring.
You could almost do that, I guess.
I've got this very exciting. I don't know if you can see that, if you can film those words. Can you see that? Thanks, man.
So we have up there. Do you want to maybe run through what you've got up
These?
there? Yeah.
This is our little old-fashioned. The word's income streams, but it's really our main focuses all revolve around these areas.
So let's explain from a complete outsider point of view. If they see these, they might not know. So maybe do you want to explain
it's
them?
not designed for the outside. It's designed
Okay,
for me
right.
and my management team.
Okay.
So, we do divisional support, and obviously we get paid for that. So we get a commission from that. Franchisee sales, we strive to get as many as we should. Regional sales, again, there's always so many that need to be sold. The Cleaner's Choice is the uniform department. Training, as you saw downstairs, we like to make available training sessions where, we've got to make an income from that as well, because you need to pay people to present,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. So these are all the areas that we try and make better. So usually every January I will rate each area from a scale from 1 to 10. So are we at a 10 in that? And we're usually not. And even if we are, if we're a 10, I'd put 8, because it motivates you to strive more. So these little words is the motivating piece of how we operate. And there's one of these here, there's one in Ali's room, and I'll show you in a minute. His might actually have the numbers on it. So, and in fact, I don't know if you can see, I sit over there. I can actually see this all the time.
So you're constantly looking over, sort of reminding
Always,
yourself.
because
Yeah.
these are the fundamental areas of where we get our growth from. So if you get the divisional support right, you'll get growth. If you get enough sales, you get growth. If you sell enough regions, you'll get growth. Uniforms is there are other things, but regional resales, if they get sold, you'll get growth. National contracts, if you get more work, you'll have more work to be able to sell all these, you'll get growth. The regions that we own, you know, if we sell enough franchises, you'll get growth. And from those franchisees, hopefully you can then sell them a region. It's just that, as basic as that.
That's interesting. So literally, yes, you've got your goals there. Every
Yeah.
January you do the 0 to 10 ever rating.
So I have my little holiday, a little break, and I come back all fired up, and then I'll rate them one by one. And I think I did in the other one. And then if we rate them and they rate pretty low, then I would write over here what needs to be done to make improvements.
Well, it's quite often said you should write down your goals, but you put them on the window.
Yes.
You sit back in the office and you look
I
over
do.
and you remind,
Well,
right.
come up the stairs, you'll see them. Sit at my desk, you'll see them. Everyone sees them.
What would the up-to-date ones be in terms of what would you add on there?
Well, if I was to rate myself as divisional support, at the moment I'd probably rate a 7
Okay.
from 1 to 10. And the goal is to be a 10. So if I rated at 7, what are the issues? And you know, some of the current issues at the moment, I think franchisees leaving is an issue. A few things, you know, the attrition is more than what I want it to be.
And you're really focused on it now. You want to tackle that issue
Yes,
one-on-one.
in fact, that's one of my wife's new roles, ringing franchisees before they leave. At the moment, we ring after they leave, which is too late. If we can ring before they leave, we'll find out what the issues are and see if we can find a solution. So attrition, one problem. All franchisees who actually leave on a happy note, which is bound to happen because you know franchisees can't stay here forever. I'd love to have a process to be able to thank them. You know, thank you for your 8 years of being with us. It's sad to see you go, but thank you for staying for 8 years, and give them a goodbye gift, or even a new franchisee. Give them a welcome gift. You know, and years ago we used to do little things like that, but we don't. So that's why I'd always rate what it is, because all these things pop up in my head, and then write down solutions to try and get it to a 10. So franchise sales, last year I think we sold close to 230 franchises, which is amazing. I'm really proud of that. But still, it's not a 10. Why can't it be 300 or 400? So I'd rate that as 7. And then I'd write down what needs to be done to achieve that. And that would probably mean some regions need to change. Some franchisors possibly have reached their use-by date, or they need some help, they need some support, or whatever they may need.
You always do this at the start of the year. So in January you do this, you honestly self-assess, you write it down and
I do.
put things in place to tackle it.
Every January.
Where are we going to go now?
Well, we can go to our accounts department. There he is. The brains behind all the numbers. This is Erson.
Hey mate, how are you? I'm Joel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You've been
This
here
is
for
Jake
a
and Ben.
couple of years.
I've been here for about close to 4 years. Yeah.
4 years.
How you find it working
Yeah,
here?
it's very good.
Yep. What-
Challenging, but very good. I absolutely enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of you.
How do you find Haydar as a boss?
Haydar's very good. He's very supportive.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
He's very supportive, and whatever problems we have, he's very approachable, and he always tries to help us out.
So because you do accounts, what does that mean? Maybe expand on that if that's all right.
Basically, what I do, I look after the Jim's Cleaning Group, Jim National Contracts, and Choice Brand Promotion. So I look after all their accounts, and also do the payroll. I look after the payroll as well.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the biggest job that I do is the contracts department. We're processing invoices, paying franchisees, following up payments, and basically Yeah.
Which is a massive job in itself because all the work that you guys do, yeah.
It is, but yeah, like I said, I enjoy what I do. I've got a bookkeeping background, so basically, yeah, I love what I do, and
Thank
I
you.
come to work every day.
That's great.
Well, you must, because you're the first one in, last one out.
It's obviously a credit to the environment that you've created then. Hey, that's good.
Absolutely.
I try my best, and Urson's been a game changer in our business. He's very switched on, not only to process the work, but to be able to find issues and problems that we could change and update to better our systems. And Urson was here when we started Jim's Contracts, and the biggest challenge with Jim's Contracts was you'd invoice the client, and there might be a 60 to 90 day wait to get the money. But franchisees, it's not fair that they have to wait that long. So Urson came up with a process that we pay franchisees before 30 days.
Which is what they love.
Exactly. Which is no good for my overdraft.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. Franchisees are happy to take the work. And do you remember when we first started, the phone calls?
Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of phone calls. Or franchisees were chasing up payments.
Yeah.
Because they weren't getting paid in the 30 days, and that was a challenge. So we came up with a
what
process.
percentage of the phone calls were those?
There was heaps. I'm not too sure
Yeah.
about the percentage. There was a lot of phone calls.
But now?
Hardly.
But out of that, you created a solution, you found a problem,
Yeah.
you said, right, we've got to do this, and now it's running pretty
That's one of
smoothly.
my jobs. What I do in the morning when I come in, I'm normally here about 8:30, and I check who's due to be paid.
Yeah.
And we've got a process where we load all those, because it's about probably 50, 60 franchisees getting paid every day.
Yeah.
So we load that up. We've got a process where we load that up into the system.
Big job.
And it only takes about 5 minutes. I mean, paying 50 franchisees one by one will take probably 2 days on its own. But with the process we have, we do bulk payments. We load it into the bank account, and it only takes about 5 minutes. Send out the remittances, and we're done.
And that's great because it encourages them to do more contracts work, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, and we're one of the only companies who can, on size, to offer the nationwide solution, right?
I know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anywhere in Australia, any service. 50 services anywhere in Australia. Not bad.
That's great to hear. Thanks, Urson.
No worries.
Thanks, mate. Really appreciate having you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
I'll show you our CEO's office, who's not here.
He just got back from a long flight.
Yeah, this is Ali Almez, is where he works from.
So we did the interview with Ali, which is in his office here.
Yeah, and he has a different style. He writes things on this chalkboard.
Okay.
And he actually has a book, and I'll show you his little book. So Ali would sit there, and he'll be in soon, but he'd sit. I'd come in. Ali, I want to change this, this and that. And what Ali does, he grabs his little book over here, and he writes it down. Haydar wants to change this. And then he closes the book, puts it away. And then 2 months later, I'd come, and whatever's in here gets done. He's an amazing character. Just have a look. And this is not set up, right? Look.
No, this is straight off the cuff.
Look. So all the little things that we come up with, and bang, he just does every single one.
So you come in with the idea, and
Yeah.
Ali just goes and executes it.
Well, first he writes it down.
Yep.
Because obviously he has to put it through some sort of timeline or how it's going to get done, who's going to do it, and he writes it down, and somehow he gets it done. And that might be, I want to have more presence on Google. At the moment, we seem to be only on page 2. I want to be on page 1. You write it down. Sometime later, he'll come back and say, look, we're on page 1. And I don't have to worry about following him up or chasing it up or anything like that. I know when it gets into this book, it gets done.
How many years has Ali been in the
Apparently,
CEO role?
Our CEO role probably about 7 years.
7 years, yeah.
But he's been with the Jim's Cleaning Group for over 10, maybe 10 or 12. Yeah.
The great thing about him, obviously, is he's been a franchisee, he's been a franchisor, he's a
Yes.
franchisor.
Yep.
Obviously now in the operation, he knows it inside and out.
Yep.
And you've obviously got a great
understands
relationship as well.
He
So.
understands my character. You know, my character might have some flaws. And he's good to manage that. You know, some of the ideas are just pathetic. And you know, he before he writes it down, he'll talk me out of it, and it won't get into the book, which is quite unique for someone to be able to do that for me. Because usually whatever I want it in there, but he'll talk me out of it, which is great. And also, I'm not sure if you're aware, I'm married to his sister. So we've got this family relationship as well, which is good in many ways, but in other ways, you know, we might be at a family picnic, we're still talking about work. But whatever the recipe is, it works.
That seems to work, and it's quite unique because of the people say obviously don't mix family and business, but you're...
Yeah. Well, my 2 boys are here now. My wife works with us. Ali's with us. Bill, one of our most successful franchisors, is with us, and he's been a friend of mine for over 20 years.
And do you find that the strength maybe in that is that you can probably have more honest conversations because you've got that really deep relationship with people, with each other?
I would think so. You know, every now and then there might be some issues that happen here, and unfortunately that issue comes home with us. But in general, you know, we were able to leave the problem here, and that's probably the secret behind it.
Which is very unique because a lot of people will take the business problems home, but you can compartmentalise it.
Yeah, most things we can just leave it here and then pick it up again when we come in tomorrow.
Yeah, that's really
Or
cool.
if there's a problem at home, you know, we certainly don't bring it to work. So we've created a program called the Winners Circle, and it's the Winners Circle Club, where there are fundamental things that franchisors could be part of, and we believe if they're doing everything wholeheartedly, they'll achieve success. And that's a list of all our franchisors there. And again, they get a growth goal, and then we manage them on a regular basis. I think it's once a month, where we talk about that goal and see if they can smash that goal.
Do you want to talk about some of the names above them, like your team initiative,
Yes.
you've got Shining Lights, you've got the Degrees?
Oh, yeah. Well, they've got some names. You got your Hot Wheels gang, and they're predominantly car cleaning guys. Ismet, he's a franchisor for our car cleaning in Victoria. One of our shining stars. His goal was to sell 10 franchises for the 12-month period. He's already up to 7, so he's doing really well.
Mop Tops on the right there.
Yeah, Mop Tops. Yeah, and as you can see, everyone's doing pretty well.
They're all not too far off, are they?
Yeah. So this is our group goal. So hopefully, to try and sell 310 franchises for the year. And last year, like I said, it was close to 230 or 40. So we've kind of set the target high. We've divided that target into everyone individually, and I think we're on track to get very close to that. Which, if we achieve it, we should be able to get our 1,000th franchisee this year.
That's going to be a massive achievement.
Definitely. But then again, it's not enough. Next year will be higher.
But it's quite interesting how you've got all. I love it how your goals are really visual and just always ever present in mind. 'Cause a lot of people will tend to write them down and put them away.
Yeah.
But you're the opposite. You've sort of written, just put them on the wall.
Yes.
And just to maybe drive you, I guess, every day sort of to achieve them.
Well, it has to be, because I'll just storm into Ali's office. The first thing I do is I look at this and we talk about that. Otherwise, what would I do? I'd have to come in with my paper and show. It takes too much work. I'd just rather have it here. So, where's Bill Cobanoglu? He's definitely...
Bill's over here. Yep.
Yeah, Bill. So he's got a goal of selling 41 franchises for the year. Now, there are divisions that don't even have that.
That's true.
In fact, probably you can get 15 divisions and add them all together, you still wouldn't have that, right? So his goal was 41 for the year, he's already had 24. Not a bad effort. So let's see if anyone's passed their goal.
This one here.
Yeah,
Josh.
Superstar, and in fact, I think she just had a couple of sign-ups already, so that could
well
be a
above
10 already. So his goal was 6, she's got 10. She's our cleaning franchisor. She just took on her 2nd division, so she took on window and pressure cleaning.
In Tasmania.
In Tasmania.
Yep.
It's very interesting, very smart woman. She signed her paperwork for her division, and I think less than 24 hours later, she had her first sale. in window cleaning. So that window cleaning is not even on the board. So very proud of her. She's a great asset to the team.
It seems like everyone's not too far off from the...
The Buchanans, awesome. You know, goal of 5 for the year. They've already gone.
They're up in New South Wales, are they?
No, Queensland.
In Queensland.
Brisbane,
Right.
Gold Coast.
Yep.
For carpet cleaning, and they're part of that hot and steamy team. So Ali would manage all that, all the numbers, and I would manage Ali on that. Poor thing. So I'd keep talking about that, and then he would find a way on how to get.
Yeah, and he's
us
broken
that.
it down with
Yeah.
that. Then you do
Yeah.
your overarching goal.
So for me to try and manage all that, I just wouldn't have the space in my mind to do it, where he does. But once again, one of our biggest issues at the moment is attrition. So yes, we can have 310 sales, but if we're losing them, that's a really big concern for us.
But you've just implemented sort of a program almost in a
Yes.
way just to find out why,
Yeah.
what you can do to sort of
Yep.
change that.
You know, there are a few things that I think Jim's already come up with. In some instances, if a franchisee is not taking work and hasn't taken work for a while, or new leads that is, you know, we can look at ways of reducing their fees to make it more valuable to stay. We're trying to find more reasons why they should stay with some discounts on things that they use on a regular basis, like a petrol card. I think we've got a 5 cents off petrol at the moment. Got a few other things, some discounts. All the uniforms, we're trying to reduce the cost of uniforms. We're trying to make a little business within the business with our cleaning products, where we can sell the products to our franchisee, let's say for $10. They can decanter that into smaller bottles and hopefully sell that to their clients and make some profit just from a little side business.
So an extra, like an extra income stream,
Yes.
a little side
Yeah.
hustle, yeah.
So in fact, we've worked out, we've got, I think it's a $1,000 product package. If that products are sold within 12 months, they can make $6,000 profit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's something like 2 bottles a day or something.
Yeah. You might find franchisees who really take to that actually,
Yeah.
and they actually enjoy that aspect of it. And
Well, it breaks up the day a little bit. It's not always just about cleaning. A few other little income streams won't hurt, would it?
this is all new stuff you're looking at, isn't it? It's only a recent thing you're really...
It's happening.
Yeah.
Like Zeus is working on it. It's just all at the final stages. So it won't be long. No more than a month.
Do you want to go to your office maybe?
Yeah, if you like. All right. So this is the famous bridge, which breaks it up into 3 areas, and I'll show you the areas. This is the most important area. This is my office, my little kitchenette for my coffees. Now, every morning when I come in, the first thing I do is I turn the cameras on. All right? And I'll just show you why. When I sit here at my desk, I can actually see every corner of the office. Not that I'm spying on anybody, but just to see how everything, who's in, who's out, who's working hard and who's not. And there comes
Peter.
Peter Pan. Okay.
How much time do you actually spend in your office though? Because obviously you walk, you talk to your staff all your time. You're always out doing things. So.
If I'm at work for 8 hours, which usually is what it is, I'm probably in here for no more than an hour.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some days not at all.
Well, how are you going with your emails? I know Jim.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I've got a great system for that, thanks to Jim. It's really important. As the emails come in and you read the first one, I've just made it a rule, thanks to Jim. I action that immediately. Where in the past I used to look at it and think, oh, that's a bit hard, I've got to do a few things. I'd go to the next one and leave that. And before I know it, there'll be like 100 in there. So I read it, whatever I have to do is I action it. And these days it's pretty good because I can actually just send it off to a department. I don't have to do it.
But you still action it in some way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it off
Yeah.
to whoever needs to do it. And Jim taught me another trick, is you add someone onto it. Like if it's to do with Peter Pan, I'd send it to the contracts department and include Peter Pan, and they'll police each other.
Yep.
It's a pretty good system.
Yes, it's quite. Yeah, I've been on the end of that a few times. Yes.
So, as you can see, I do take a lot of little notes myself, and then I transpose that into my little things to do as well. But
So you're always writing things down. It's quite interesting. You and
Yeah.
Ali, you're always writing things down. You write your ideas and.
Yeah, but the difference between me is I don't actually go back and get it done and tick it, where Ali gets it done. I just write it down,
Yeah.
and then I move it somewhere else and we just shuffle it around. But if it's important enough, I will then take it to Ali, who will write it in his book, and it will get done.
And on the back, we've got a nice big goal with your franchise numbers and your targets.
This is for this year alone. It's 1,000 franchises till the end of the year. We're already at 820, probably more than that now. I haven't updated that for a few days.
Which would be a fairly significant goal. You'll be the only second division ever to get 1,000. So
Even that's pretty good.
820 is great as well. Don't worry, it makes you the largest in the southern hemisphere. So
Pretty good, mate. Pretty proud of that.
the 1,000 would be awesome. And I know you
We'll
want to.
get
I
there.
know you want to take Mowing over.
We'll definitely
there.
get there.
Yeah.
I can show you my bucket list. Unfortunately, she's empty. I just can't think of anything to put in there. And I've had this book for probably 3 years. But it's still there. I'm going to action it soon. And little things like this are motivators for me, where I know that franchisees would benefit from a VIP card. So this reminds me that, hey, and I'm going to talk to you about that. I think the group needs a VIP card. I think the group needs some sort of welcome. Remember I mentioned franchisees, when they start with us, they should be welcomed with some sort of gift. And wouldn't it be good if it came in a box like this? And you open the box and there's like some discount cards and some flowers or something. You know, welcome to the team. You've just spent 50 grand buying a franchise. They should get something.
I think generic gym zone would be good.
Yes.
It's a matter of costing it, finding what we put into it, who's got to run with it. So, but it's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea.
Well, it's there because I think it's important. It needs to get done. So I can see the contracts department. I can see the cameras.
But as you said, you're only here maybe an hour every day. You're always out.
Not even.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zeus. Have we all met Zeus downstairs?
Yes.
Zeus is head of our...
Well, basically, I don't know. Well, I'm BDM, so I look after the majority of sourcing our uniforms, basically with the right suppliers and making sure they meet our standards, and brand management, and obviously passing that to our franchisees. At the most cost-effective way of supplying the uniforms.
Can you tell us about the pants? Recently you changed the style of pants.
Yeah, well, we try
And
to make...
why did we do it?
Yeah, well, through consultation through our franchisees, we decided to actually upgrade the pants that we were getting from the local suppliers or standard suppliers around Australia. So we actually embarked on putting together or making a pants which would be versatile for our cleaners. So we actually, after the consultation with them, we decided to put together a pants system. So we've now added cuffs, which makes it a bit more comfortable. We've actually added additional stretch, so when you're cleaning, obviously you need some stretch to get around in regards to it. We've added additional pockets in regards to reinforced pockets to actually make it stronger for them to put products in regards to it. And then we just added little touches of our logos going in and out in regards to it.
And that's what franchisees were telling you they wanted to add into it.
Yeah.
Well, they found that with the pants, so the... What are they called?
Yeah, the normal cuff pants weren't basically...
it was uncomfortable,
uncomfortable.
so people asked for the cuff.
Yeah, to be cuffed in, and obviously
And the extra pockets.
extra pockets.
These are all
And this is a cotton drill fabric which is long lasting, so it's easy to wash and wear in regards to it. And it doesn't fade as the other ones. And then we decided to put some little extra little things to make it a bit more easier. Obviously, our brand, the cleanest choices in there to make it easier. And look, and with our sourcing overseas, we only use reputable companies. We don't use any backyarders. All our factories are basically checked to make sure that they're following the local guidelines in regards to manufacturing.
No sweatshops?
No sweatshops, no, not for gym cleaning. So yeah, so and even we've upgraded the cap in regards to making it a bit more upmarket. We just added little features like we've added a row of gyms cleaning on the thing, just to make the uniform basically a bit more upmarket to
fashionable.
Yeah, if it's fashionable.
These were your idea as well.
Yeah, and I think this is probably a great idea. Is we were looking at making we were carrying a vest and a jacket, which didn't make sense. So we actually decided to make one jacket to make it easier and cost effective for franchisees. And what we did is we've actually put a zip basically inside, so they can then just unzip it and then make it into a vest for people in Queensland who don't really want the long sleeve in regards to it. So they're the little features that we're actually looking at doing in regards to it. So
the great thing is that you get all this feedback from Z's and you're actually taking it in and making a product and changing the product for them, which they want.
And we've recently changed our polo from a polyester. We were doing an 80% polyester, 20% cotton. Now we've actually gone to 60% cotton and 40% polyester, which makes it a bit more breathable and makes it a bit more easy for franchisees, especially with the people like Queensland, Perth, where it is quite warm. Polyester is not a good garment to have. It actually warms up quite quickly.
One of the issues with polyester polos is you sweat and smell, where these actually breathe and reducing the risk of franchisees smelling.
How long has this taken to sort of all come together? Because obviously you've got a factory, an ethical factory in China and all that sort of stuff.
We actually have a quality controller in China that actually looks after all our products to make sure that they fit our program. I mean, look, it's an evolution. We're constantly updating our wardrobe.
Zeus used to work for a company, and we used to buy off him through that company.
Right.
And one day, just through general discussion over a coffee, I asked, "How much do you think your company makes from us a year?" And he told me the figure. And I said, "I can fix that." So I employed him.
So from that point, and obviously, by controlling our uniform and us purchasing it, it makes it easy for us to pass the savings on to the franchisees, which is what we're here to do, to make it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
As I said previously, because there was a middleman involved in it, it made it a bit harder. But now we can get the cost down. We can supply a very good quality uniform. Knowing the fact that everything's been correctly done, no shortcuts, and it makes it easier for them to do.
Well, it'll be quite a significant saving with all that there, as you can see. That's what you were telling me before. But
well, you mentioned starter pack before. Last year, the starter pack was about $750. I think this year it's 670.
Really?
So we're reducing costs. And the more because usually first order costs a bit, second order is cheaper because they don't have to design and measure and stuff. So moving forward, we're hoping that it's going to be even cheaper.
And it's a better product, so the cost is coming down for a better product, which is...
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if you're going to buy this from a competitive brand name, which I'm not going to mention, you're probably looking at $70, $80 with our brand on it. I mean,
and how much are ours?
Ours are around $59, so you're getting a huge saving out of it in regards to it. So it's good. It's a good, and obviously we've been able to
reduce. We've got really good feedback from them too.
And also look after the gym's chemical, so the gym's cleaning products.
Yeah.
Which is another big area which we're moving forward with. So we're looking, that's good.
All right, enough of that, Zez. What's it like working with me?
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. And he's enjoyed it.
Do you want me to leave the room?
No, he's enjoying to work with. He comes with abundance of energy and always new ideas and how we can make it, we can grow the business and be more efficient in regards to it, which is exactly what you need.
Now this is where Bill and his angels work, but Bill's actually stepped down.
So how many franchisees does Bill have? I think it's around 120-ish.
Yeah, he's got a fair bit, and he works from here. And these, again, these are goals.
More goals written down.
But these
Perfect.
are mine. These are from the contracts department, because the contracts department were working from here last week. So these were our goals, again. So it's not Bill's goals, it's my goals. There's some big figures here. Last month, 250, goal 400. Yeah, and I
Massive
think
amount.
we're up to about 6 million now.
6 million?
Yes.
Just up until this current year?
No,
Oh,
since we started.
since you
I
started,
think
okay.
it's maybe 2 years.
Hasn't been too long, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good achievement. Some of the leads that we get are, rehab centres, a lot of home care.
These are massive Australia-wide solutions, though, you're organising,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's a shame we haven't actually had the time to market ourselves yet. We're just actually, we're very reactive. Like most of our leads, they actually come to us, where I would love to have.
Go out there and be more,
Yeah.
yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
So that's the future. Hopefully
Yeah.
we can employ a salesperson to get out there and,
We can put it on our website as well, let us know.
yes please.
Gyms.net, we can
That-
put a contract solution. I think it will go off actually, because there's,
That would be awesome.
how many times does a provider work, let's say, let's say from an office
Yeah.
where I've got to organise a solution, who the hell do I go to, right?
Yeah.
So we're
Well,
probably
well,
one of
it's
the-
one number, 50 services anywhere in Australia. Can't get better than that.
It's a great idea.
And we did have a slogan. There you go, that's it. Well, the main objective is to make franchisees fair money.
Now, do you want to explain that a bit more? Because obviously with contract work, people sort of maybe tend to go, oh, it's a lower hourly rate or whatever,
Yeah.
but
But it's not, because we actually ask the franchisee to quote. We don't quote on their behalf. They'll quote the job, whatever they quote it at. We'll obviously put our markup on it and then explain it to the client. But the franchisee will always get what they want.
that's very important to get out there, is that
it is
point
very
there.
important. Every now and then they might have to discount it by a couple of dollars or something, because it is a national deal, and some of our national customers, they want mates rates because they're giving us a lot of work. Some of our customers might pay us $50,000 a month, so they want some sort of discount. But we don't demand discounts from our franchisees. We just explain the connection. If we can satisfy one client, that leads to more work for other franchisees. There's just a bigger picture behind it. It seems to be working pretty good.
And the great thing about, we just talked before, was the payment. Obviously,
Yes.
that's a frustration in the past because they tend to,
Sure.
when it was paid late, but you guys obviously fixed it up.
Guaranteed payment within 30 days.
But it's interesting, we've got all these written goals all over on the walls,
Yeah.
which is awesome. They're not hidden anywhere. They're always
No.
visual in sight, always front of mind every time.
Yeah, I never realised that was unique.
It is unique, I think, because a lot of people, they do goal setting, but it tends to be something maybe on a Google Doc or whatever, and they don't look at it. But you guys have literally just got it. So every day you're reminded a bit in your face of what you want to do and achieve. So, which is different. Probably more companies should do it, I reckon. So,
Well, like I said, it's more for me, because I'll just walk in, there are the goals, that's your staff, let's talk. Otherwise,
it's no fuss
Like-
at all, really, isn't it? There's no,
simple.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great approach. It's obviously working, Obviously, 1,000 franchisees, hopefully by the end of the year, it's obviously paying off. Is there anything else you want to show us around this
I think that's
facility?
it. I might add, this is a warehouse. I don't know if you've picked up on that. An old warehouse, and all these building developments are all done by my hands.
So maybe you want to talk about that a bit more, because people might not realise
This
that.
was just an empty shell when we
Yep.
bought it, and slowly we've just kept on expanding, and all these frames, they're all handmade by myself.
You might have to take on a Jim's Handyman franchise. It seems to be pretty good work.
Yeah, it's all done by myself as a hobby.
How long did it take you?
Progressively, about 3 or 4 years.
Is there any more additions you want to do to it, or?
No, unfortunately, we've grown out of this place. We're looking at buying some new land and building another purpose-built building. I've always had a goal to have a forklift in my business, and unfortunately, we can't fit a forklift. I know it's weird, but they're the little motivators for me. So we want our own purpose-built building, hopefully closer to home, because we're about 30-minute drive from home. You know, I wouldn't mind if it was a bit closer. So that's the goal in the next 2 or 3 years.
I'm sure you'll get there.
Yeah.
That's amazing you've done this all yourself. It's awesome. You know, you'd think with how busy you are and of the size of your business, that where would you have the time? Or how did you have the time
Well,
to do
this is how I unwind,
Right.
you know, because I work so hard. You need some sort of outlet.
And you enjoy it, obviously.
I do, and
Yep.
when you come home, and I know we're booked in to catch up at my place, you'll see a very similar theme there as well. It's the same design, and I do a lot of DIY stuff there as well.
So it's your thinking time. It's almost your meditation, almost in a way. You're a stress reliever.
Possibly.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
It's a very productive way to relax, though. It's good.
yeah, you get a lot of good rewards from it, that's for sure.
Seems like it's a very relaxed, open sort of vibe. You know, which is great.
Well, I don't know, Joel. I can't compare. I haven't worked anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, I work in national office at Jim's Group,
Yeah.
national office.
So
and
that's
it's a little
pretty
bit
relaxed
different.
too.
It is now.
Yeah.
But
Last week there was a dog in there.
yeah. So the dog comes in occasionally, but I think work environments is you put people in a role and you say, right, that's what you need to do, like
Yes,
your goal, and
yes.
just we'll give you trust to do it.
Yep.
You know, if you don't do it, there's obviously consequences, but if you do it, then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the environment is really. It's like,
Well, it certainly works for us, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it's working for Jim too, because look how successful the Jim's Group is these days. You know, compared to like 10 years ago, it's like chalk and cheese.
and you guys have very similar styles in a way. You sort of Jim's on the emails a bit, but it's very
Yeah.
short. It's like 1 hour, 1
Yeah.
hour, 1 hour, and he just walks around
Yeah.
and just what's on for today. And
See, I don't know if I've come up with that, or is that one of those things that I've, the copycat thing? I don't know.
but you've done but you got different things like the goals
Yeah.
on the wall. I think is really
Okay.
cool because I think that's people always say goal set, right goal set, but what you've done is you've put them visually all inside of mine, right? So everyone walks in and knows what are we working. What's the overarching thing we're working towards?
Yeah.
Do you want to show us maybe a couple of your toys outside?
That's I've
Yeah.
got my new toy.
Let's have a
today.
look.
And this is the office cat. His name's Jag.
Jag.
Yeah. Come on, Jag. Come on. Psst, psst, psst. And this was my reward for my weight loss challenge,
Okay.
which I knew I was going to achieve.
So it was 45 days,
45
and you
days,
started at
93
and your goal was,
to be 87. And
87.
this morning I weighed myself and I was
and
87.
we do have that on footage as well as proof.
Yes.
I do have it,
Thank you.
so we'll post it.
So that's
Well
a
done.
big achievement for me. I had a lot of help along the way, so thank you for your support. Thank you to Matt Kavanagh, Rachel Mounter, F45 and Hypoxia Weight Loss Centre.
You tried everything, didn't you? You gave everything a go. It was quite
Yeah,
interesting seeing. 'Cause I didn't even know
sauna.
these things existed.
Yeah.
Infrared sauna, you were telling me.
I did
Yeah.
that last night actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I ate special foods for a while. I think it was called Core Foods. I did that. Did a lot of walking, a lot of drinking water.
But how are you feeling now? You feel
I
a bit
feel
better?
amazing.
Yeah.
I've never felt this good in my life.
Are you going to keep it up?
I am.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually set another goal. I can do it here because
All right.
It's going to be simple. I'm going to be at least 82 in the next 6 months.
82 in 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which is another 4 or 5 kilos.
Now, what do
I
you
feel
think?
confident. It's easy.
Now, what do you think the biggest change for you was? Was it the food or was it the
To
training?
be active.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have chocolate, just have one piece of chocolate. You don't need to eat the whole bar. You know? So if you're going to have an ice cream, have one ice cream. There were days when I'd have two in a row. There's no need for
A
that.
bit more portion control. Yeah.
Fair portion control, plenty of water, and just being active. Active being, if you're going to park your car, you don't have to park right next to the door. Just park a little bit away. A little bit of walking is not going to hurt you. Just stuff like that.
You might have been it was a pretty short time frame to do. Was it 6 kilos in 45 days? Was it?
6 kilos, 45 days.
Yeah. You've done
Yeah.
well.
Thank you.
'Cause you're only 40 years old, right? It's a
A
bit harder as you get older to lose weight. So,
little bit over 50, buddy.
looking well, mate.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
All right,
Yep, and that's my reward. So I'm pretty happy.
It's not a bad reward.
Yeah.
So anyone who's doing a weight loss challenge, you maybe there's your reward. So have a look at the beast.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's a nice Ford Raptor.
Yes.
When I first saw it, I thought it reminded me of the Rock. I don't know because the Rock has the
Yeah.
nice big Ford over there and he drives around. But
There you go. We've got the water happening. Whereas 45 days ago, that would be a Coke.
right,
So now it's water.
yeah. But you've made these little changes, right? Water, you know,
Uh-huh.
obviously doing a bit more walking and that sort of stuff, and
Yep.
the portion control.
And hopefully we're going to go do some forward driving or go bush and go for a walk.
Yeah?
Do active stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's an active vehicle, certainly, mate, for your active lifestyle
Sure.
now, so
Yeah.
that's a nice looking rig.
Thank you.
You branded his gym's cleaning it all, or
No,
keep it all black?
this is my private. Well, not so private now, is it?
No, it's not. Don't worry, we won't get the
Yeah.
number plate on. Don't worry.
That's okay.
That's a beautiful looking rig.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Goes well too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You literally only had it for what, a day, was it?
Got it yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I think we'll have a coffee, boys.
Cool.